Hello Taurus, hello my bull gang. I am here for a bonus read. How are you doing, my friends? As I throw these cards, it is a Sunday. So happy weekend to you. And please remember that whenever you find these readings, or whenever the readings find you, is when you're supposed to see it. So whether you find it today, tomorrow, or next year, it may resonate. It is a general reading after all. Taurus, let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on. We're just going to random throw some cards and find out, see what comes out for you, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are cross-watching, thank you so much. As of today, there is 1 week left, 7 days on that 10% off sale. If you want to get in on it, you should do it. It's a 10-day turnaround time. And I am totally caught up as of today. So we are on a literal 10-day turnaround time. Taurus, let's find out what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up for Taurus. Taurus, whenever I intend for this reading to be for the current energy or the future. This is not a past energy reading. Let's find out what's going on here, Taurus. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, my friend. So I want to say that somebody here is about to throw their seeds of intention. It feels like you are about to engage on some sort of path. The Seven of Pentacles is about practicality. It's also about waiting, being patient, right? Patient to see if things are actually going to grow. I feel like you Taurus, are very giving. We all know that about you, right? You're the overgiver. You're the one who's all in all the time. And I want to say that this person here has the Ace of Pentacles at their feet. They have the 6 Pentacles in the tree, and so somebody is kind of looking at it. I've only got 6 Pentacles here, and the 6 Pentacles are ready to go. It looks like they're kind of ripened on the vine here. And is it really worth it? Was it really worth all of the energy that I put into it? Let's find out here. Tell me about it. Tell me about Taurus. Got the Chariot. Why do we have the Chariot? The Hermit is here. Interesting. And then we have the 5 of Cups. So I feel like you're ready to embark. Yeah, it looks like you're ready to go. You're ready to go on some sort of adventure here, my friend. It feels like you have waited long enough, I want to say, and you've thought it out. With the Hermit here, it tells me that you've gone over all the details and you're quite sure that you know what you're doing. I want to say that you have like this energy here that is in the lamp is the star, right? It's the card after the Tower, right? Which is the star energy. The Hermit is trying to find answers, right? By holding out this lamp, holding out this bright star towards the Chariot. I feel like, Taurus, that you're taking one last look back there to see if it's worth it to move forward. I think that it is, but I want to say, Taurus, that I feel like some of you will be leaving something behind. That's what it feels like. It feels like with the 5 of Cups here, that you are going to be leaving something behind. It might be your party days. We've got 3 cups that are poured out here. It might be your party days, Taurus. Or I feel like you feel wherever you are right now that it's no fun anymore. That's what it feels like. The Chariot is Cancer energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy. So I feel like somebody's going over their feelings about it. Cancer, being the emotional one, right, is actually quite emotional, but actually holds everything under the surface. But also the Chariot is the quickest moving energy. It is the movement to victory, and the Emperor is in the Chariot, is actually a charioteer. I feel like there is movement that's coming here. I feel like you're taking one last look back here, Taurus, looking at your hardship, knowing that you put in as much work as you could, knowing that you did as much as you could back here. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to leave the past and head over to the present energy. But it almost feels like with the Hermit here that you're taking one last look back. You're kind of going over details and wondering if you've done all that you could do back there. And I think the truth is that you have. But I think that you're still sad that you have to leave this place, wherever this place is for you. It's going to be different for all of you. I feel like it's water under the bridge. I want to say that these 3 cups are poured out. It is no more fun here. I also want to say, Taurus, that please be careful that you're not, super hyper focused on whatever you have lost, because I want to say that there is love coming in the future here. There's a possibility of love. There's 2 cups behind this person, and I feel like even though this chapter might be over, or whatever the situation was for you, Taurus, I feel like it's time to move forward here. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What else do we need to know about Taurus? We've got the 6 of Swords. And so I feel like it's a decision that you made grudgingly, I want to say. It almost feels like it's like you don't want to go. but it is time to go. I want to say that the reason that you're going, Taurus, is because it was too hard back there. It was choppy waters. It was too hard. And just looking at the way they've got these separated here, you can see that there's 2 swords here and there's 4 swords here. So I feel like a decision has been made to move forward and heal. You're leaving the choppy waters, which is here. You're going to the calmer waters. It has to be easier somewhere else. I feel like somebody is like, it's got to be easier somewhere else. You might be going by yourself, Taurus, but for some of you, I think you're just going to take your family and go. I always, some people think that this is a spouse in the boat. I always think it's 2 kids myself, but it could be that you've decided you've got to move away from this place. And I want to say that the 7 of Pentacles is telling me that you grew there. It's almost like your place of growth, the place where you got your stability, the place where you found your worth. It feels like it's served its purpose here. It might be a home that you're leaving. It could be a place, a city you were leaving. It's time to go, though. I feel like it's you've already mentally left that place, Taurus, but I feel like it is time to go here. I don't think you wanted to be honest. I feel like you thought about it for a really long time. You got yourself to a place here with the 6 and the 2 of Swords, which is 8. You're up in your head with the 8 of Swords, right? It does feel like with the Pentacles, starting out at the Pentacles here, that it's like an earthly thing that had you fixed. It feels like it had you fixed there. And I want to say that you thought about it for a really long time. Do I really want to go? Do I want to depart completely? I think you are, because the Chariot's here. But I think that as you move forward here, Taurus, I feel like the decision, these 2 swords here, they're in the boat, right? And I feel like, for me, when swords are pointing down, it's I've made a decision. When swords are pointing up, it's more of I'm trying to protect myself. I want to say, Taurus, that you are no longer believing what you see. I feel like you're enlisting all the other senses. You're going to feel it, you're going to hear it, you're going to smell it, you're going to taste it, right? I feel like you're no longer believing what you see, because things that we see can be way different than things that we feel, right? So for instance, right, you see somebody, if you're the swiper, the one who's on the apps and you're swiping left and right, somebody, when we see them, can give us a way different feeling than when we get close to them face to face. And so I feel like you are going, and you have decided that you're going for reasons of protection. I feel like you need to protect yourself from something that was back there. Tell me more about this for Taurus. We do have the Ace of Swords. It's a decision that was made. It's clarity that came to you, and you realize that it is time for more growth. There was an overgrowth back there. It was too much. And it's time to move forward here. So clarity came, I feel. For some of you, I feel that the 9 of Swords is telling me that you still have a worry, that you're still worried that things aren't going to pan out the way you want them to. I feel like you were stuck in the 6, 7, 8, 9 swords, right? I feel like you were stuck in the 9 swords for a while. For me as a reader, the 9 swords is a place of it's a pattern you keep repeating. It's like you're avoiding the 10, because the 10 is the hard place, right? The 10 swords is the really hard place where you have to deal with the pain. You have to deal with the pain. You have to release, right? But please understand that the 10 is also the place where you do get to release when it comes to an end, and even though it hurts, you finally get to heal. So I feel like somebody here has had some sort of a realization that I'm never going to believe what I see anymore. I need a little more evidence than that, and I'm going to need to get up close to it so I can feel it, all that water in the background there. And I'm going to protect myself until I can feel what's going on rather than seeing what's going on here. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you came to a realization back here, because this is 7 Pentacles, this is 6. I feel like you came to a realization back here that you were overgiving, because that's who you are, Taurus. You do overgive, right? We've got 3 Pentacles on one side, 2 Pentacles on the other. I think that you were very busy making partnerships, but I feel like somehow it feels like you were the one that was giving the most. People were coming to you for everything, and I feel like you were giving all that you could. But I feel like there's this pentacle that's between the feet here is the pentacle over the head, and I feel like you finally realized that it's time for you to do something for you. It's time for you to carry on. I don't know if you're taking anybody with you. Maybe for some of you, you are. I feel like it is sad that you're departing, but I want to say that the people that you had met It almost felt like you were giving and getting, or it was reciprocal. But I think when you took a step back and you looked at it really, you realized that you were the only one giving and everyone else was taking. And that's why givers have to make boundaries, because givers will just keep giving and the takers will just keep taking. And sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes they're not in a position to give back. But listen, when you give to somebody, there's things that they can give for free. They can give companionship. They can give kindness. They can give love. And I feel like people were just taking from you, Taurus. I don't think that they were replenishing you. So I feel like that's why you're leaving. I feel as though you came to a realization with the Ace of Swords that it's time for me to say something, and I think you finally did. I think you finally said something about the Three Swords. Look, I'm disappointed in the way the situation is going. I'm the one doing all the giving. Someone is not giving me back. I don't know what the situation is, Taurus. Take it as it resonates for you. Please use your discernment, right? This could be a relationship. This could be you're leaving a house or a home to go somewhere different. But I feel like you were in the midst of people who were takers and not givers. I feel like you were very busy and engaged in giving, trying to help other people open new paths to where they were going. We do have the Lovers here. Now, it is a choice to leave. I feel also that regret is also a choice, understand, right? We can feel sad, but feeling in regret is a choice. Tell me why the Lovers is here. We do have the Page of Pentacles. Taurus, I feel like you're listening intuitively. Because the Hermit is here, I feel like you've got wisdom and you're intuitively listening to your source, right? Which is the star that is in the lamp. You're listening to the source. And I think the source is the one that's got you in the boat, that's pushing you along. And I feel like it's for a purpose. And all of this had to happen for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose to everything. Nothing is coincidental. And I feel for you that you had to learn this lesson of your worth. You have to learn this lesson of hard work, and that people will just take it from you at a moment's notice if you're willing to give it all the time. And understand that sometimes your perspective on a relationship with another person, whether it's a love relationship, a friendship, or a person in your family, that you can perceive it as being a good relationship because you're the one that's giving, and it always feels good to give. But then finally you realize that you weren't getting anything back. And I'm not saying that you always have to have something back, but you weren't getting anything reciprocal. So I feel like the Page of Pentacles is telling me here that the Lovers, that there might be something that's already growing, that's waiting for you. It's your choice to begin again, but the Lovers can also be somebody who's waiting for you in the distance. There may be a new beginning coming here. We do have the Strength card. Why is that? Because we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we were just talking about it. So I do believe that you are about to embark on something brand new. And the thing is this, when the Strength card shows up, it doesn't mean that, oh, Taurus is strong, Taurus is just going to go for it. I think you're doing it terrified. Like, to have strength and courage, it doesn't mean that you're not scared. I mean, everybody is scared beginning again. It feels like somebody is taking all their possessions, packing them in the truck, packing them in the car, and heading off into the distance, and hoping that through this gate that there is something there for them. Like, there are opportunities through the gate here. And the opportunity, this is a gift, right? The universe is giving you something that I think that you've been praying for, hoping for, manifesting, whatever it is that you do to try and find your way through life here. We've got the Page of Pentacles, which is really keeping their eye on here, on this pentacle, right? Sort of looking at it, is it really worth it? Because it's so very little. It almost feels like you're like, what am I going to? Like, what am I going to? And I feel like you're just trying to be courageous and keep moving here, but I think that you're going to get more than you bargained for here, and I think it's all good. Because the Ace of Pentacles changes your life, my friend. Whether it ends up being 3D things, money, a job, whatever it is, I feel like it ends up working out way better than you think it will. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. It does. You go from the Ace to the Queen, boom. I feel like you're either moving to a new job or something really plentiful. I feel like these mountains that are through this doorway here are actually opportunities. And I feel like this opportunity to bury this pentacle in the ground and nurture it, I feel turns you into the Queen of Pentacles. This is your energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, right? And I feel like you are very focused on your pentacle world, or on your money, or on your stability, or moving slow. You don't care how long it takes to get that thing. I feel like it's going to come at you pretty quick, though. I'm gonna say it feels like things are gonna come at you pretty quick, Taurus. It does feel like after the ending comes love. After you close the door on the old chapter, I feel like this was a place of struggle, whatever it was. Whether you were living in a place that you couldn't afford, or maybe the job wasn't paying you enough, maybe you're underemployed, maybe this is a relationship. Take it as it resonates for you. But I feel like once you decide that you are worth enough, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, that you have worth, and that you are the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you breathe it into life, or you manifest it or pray it into life. That's what it feels like here with the World card. So I feel like it's an accomplishment and a milestone, which is really, really lovely. But first you must close the door on the old chapter in order to begin new. But guess who's waiting for you at the beginning of the new chapter here? I really do feel like it's Taurus. It feels like it is somebody who is maybe a matriarch, or somebody who's a mother, an older sister, but this could also be love, right? This could be compassionate, kind, loving. So it could be a person that you know that's in your family. Maybe you're going back home. Maybe you're going back home to move in with family until you get your pentacles on the way. But we do have the Queen of Cups, and so it could represent love. Well, who is the Queen of Cups, please? What is this? We do have the Two of Cups. So look, I feel like it's either a member of the family who really loves you, but for others of you, I feel like at the end of all of this, the new place that you're going to is bringing a new love. It feels like it's either the love of self, or somebody who is looking for love. With the Two of Cups, I feel like it's reciprocal, I want to say. So this could be a member of the family, this could be a mother, but for others of you, I feel like it's a really deep love. It feels like you fall in love with somebody at the end of this. But I think it's this long journey that we're talking about. And tarot is about that. It's never about when is it going to happen, what's the time and day. It's about the journey. And I feel like for those of you who are at the beginning of the journey, it's really a beautiful thing that's going to happen when you finally close the door on everything from the past. I feel like what opens up is a brand new, exciting experience here. Creative, even for some of you, possibly a creative place of work, but it feels like it comes in really soon. It comes in very quicker than you think it will. The Queen of Pentacles, I feel like if you get to work, and if this is a job or a home or whatever it is to you, I feel like that explodes. I feel like it builds itself really quickly, and as you become really confident and sturdy and stable here, I feel like for some of you, you are going to meet someone at the new place, at the new home, at the new neighborhood, the new community, or the new job. Take it as it resonates. For others of you, you might just be going off to stay with family who love you a lot reciprocally, and that's cool too. Tell me what the outcome is here. Why do we need to know all this for Taurus? We've got the Hanged Man, we've got the Ten of Swords, and we've got the Two of Wands. So it's telling me prepare, that you're preparing to go on some sort of a new path here, Taurus. And I feel it's because there was some sort of a really terrible ending for you here. And it feels like it was painful, I want to say, but this is the place where you get to release. I feel like this pain had you stuck for a while, maybe a little bit paralyzed, trying to see it from a different perspective. I really feel that the Taurus that I'm speaking to understands that things happen for a reason, and that endings come when they should, in the way that they should, because they're there to teach us a lesson. And I feel that that's your perspective. You found the perspective, you went to the crossroads, and now it's time to prepare to go on this beautiful journey here. We do have the Death card. There's so much transformation here, and now you're on a new path. So I feel like I'm speaking to a Taurus who has come through a lot of things. You could be here in this journey, you could be here in this journey, but maybe you're the one that's just beginning. And I feel like this is a beautiful journey of self, learning about the self, learning who you are. I think it's really beautiful. You've become quite a sage. You've become someone full of wisdom, and that it's because of this pain and sadness. I feel like you learned that as bad as it can be wonderful. So for some of you, you are meeting your true soulmate as you come through this on the other side. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching here, Taurus. Just want to stop by and say thank you for all the ways that you love on this channel, and the people that are in the comments as well. It's not just me that you're loving on. So thank you so much for doing all of that. I love you guys, and I'll be back, and I'm always back, and you know it. Love ya. Bye-bye.